Sorry. Okay.
Teach me, O God, a blessing, a prayer on the mystery of a withered leaf, on ripened fruit so fair, on the freedom to see, to sense, to breathe, to know, to despair. Teach my lips a blessing, a hymn of praise, as each morning and night you renew your day. Lest my days be as the one before, lest routine set my way. Long day me Eloi, barek vehit palel, lamed et sifutai, bracha v'shir holel, lomdeni Eloi, barek vehit palel, lamed et sifutai, bracha v'shir holel. Ani Shina belibye, kol dodi dofek ili. Ani Shina belibye, kol dodi dofek ili.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. So delighted to welcome so many of you here for this very special Shabbat tonight. Tonight is Shabbat Shira, So named because of what you'll see on the next slide. So named because of these words. As you can see, this poetry in Hebrew, this shir, this poem, this song, sung by the Israelites as they found themselves on the other side of the sea, having made their way across, dancing and celebrating and singing in praise and gratitude for their freedom. And so too, tonight, we will join together listening to a great deal of music that Cantor Shapiro and our musical director, Susan Rosenstein, have been working very hard on with many of the amazing, talented musicians, musical talents within our community who we are spotlighting tonight, a few of whom you have already seen and heard, and who will add to the beauty of our worship and our celebration. So as we hear from many of the bright lights of our community, we begin with light, with the kindling of lights, as we welcome another bright light of our community, our bat mitzvah of tomorrow, Emma Zarutsky, to join us as she leads us in the kindling of the Shabbat lights. As she does so, invite you, if you have your own candles nearby, to light them and to join with Emma. Welcome, Emma.
Okay, I do sing. Okay. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat lehadlik ner Shel Shabbat. Do I like? Okay. Yeah. No. Okay. And then.
And Emma, as you light those candles, go ahead, light that other one there. As you do so, we want to welcome Doris Ruvelson, a member of our amazing sisterhood, who is here to make a couple of presentations to you. Welcome, Doris. Be sure to unmute yourself. There you
go. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Can you? Okay, because my computer's, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Emma, hi. I just want to say congratulations to you on reaching such a wonderful milestone for you and your family. I know this weekend is the culmination of many years of studying and learning as you join your ancestors in becoming a bat mitzvah. You'll certainly will have stories to tell about having a bat mitzvah during a pandemic. Sisterhood would like to give you the Kiddush cup you're using tonight as a gift, and your synagogue family would like to give you the candlesticks. I believe those are the ones you use tonight as well. And the Israel book and the Tanakh. May you have wonderful memories from this weekend and find fulfillment in continued studies of your Jewish heritage. Mazel tov to you and your family.
Thank you.
Thanks, Doris. Good to see you. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
We continue now with by welcoming angels. On Shabbat, we are told that we are joined by angels who make this day even more blessed. And as we do so, we can look around our Zoom screen and see so many angels in our community that accompany us, that bless us, and that share this moment with us. So let's enjoy Shalom Aleichem.
This is very nice.
Shalom Aleichem,
Few things speak to the power of music like the words we are about to hear. Around 1540, Shlomo ben Moshe Halevi Alkabetz composed a beautiful ode to the Shabbat bride. Based on an earlier Talmudic teaching about the observance of Shabbat, Alkabetz's words captured the Jewish soul. Within a century, his words were an integral part of welcoming Shabbat in Jewish communities spread across the globe. Over the last 500 years or so, thousands of melodies have been written. We may not remember the sermons of Maimonides or Rashi, but we can all recall the melody and words of Lecha Dodi. Alkabetz's words adorn every Shabbat. Let's welcome Shabbat now with Lecha Dodi. We'd like to invite you to please rise.
Le'olam
la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. We'd like to welcome special guest this evening, Steve Mendel, who is joining us here to, in honor of his birthday, to share a reading with us. Hi, Steve, welcome.
Yeah, let me get to a spot where you can see me, I suppose, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so a rabbinic legend relates that from the day that God created the world until the moment the Israelites' liberation, no one had sung the praises to God. Not Adam after having been created, not Abraham after being delivered from the fiery furnace, not Isaac when he was spared the knife, or Jacob when he escaped from the wrestling with the angel and from Esau. But when Israel came to the sea and it parted for them, then Moses and the Israelites sang this song to the Eternal, and God said, "For this we've been waiting."
Thanks,
Thank you,
Steve.
Rabbi.
Shabbat Shalom. Happy birthday.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you.
As we turn to the Shema and speak of God's oneness, if you would like to again invite you and are able, invite you to please rise. We are very forgetful folk, and so need constant reminders of the words that we've just said, reminders of God's unity. And within Ve'ahavta are many ways that we are beckoned to remember. I invite Emma to share these words with us. Emma?
Okay. I need to make sure I'm in the shot. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובפומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך וחיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Thanks, Emma. And we have another birthday to celebrate. Sandy Freilich, celebrating her birthday. Happy birthday to you as well.
Thank you,
And
Rabbi.
have a beautiful introduction to Micha Mocha for us.
I, Miriam, stand at the sea and turn to face the desert, stretching endless and still. My eyes are dazzled, the sky brilliant blue, sunburnt sands unyielding white. My hands turn to dove wings, my arms reach for the sky, and I want to sing the song rising inside me. My mouth open, I stop. Where are the words? Where the melody? In a moment of panic, my eyes go blind. Can I take a step without knowing a destination? Will I falter? Will I fall? Will the ground sink away from under me? The song, still unformed. How can I sing? Take the first step to sing a new song is to close one's eyes and dive into unknown waters. For a moment, knowing nothing, risking all. But then to discover the waters are friendly, the ground is firm, and the song rises again. Out of my mouth come the words lifting the wind, and I hear for the first the song that has been in my heart, silent, unknown, even to me.
Thanks, Andy.
Thank you, Rabbi.
And to the mysterious voice behind you.
That's my assistant.
We turn now to the Amidah and invite you, if you are able and would like to rise as Emma leads us in these words, the Avot and Gevurot, which will be followed by a moment for a Tfilat Lev, for the prayers and meditations of your own hearts. If you'd like to at this time, I invite you to please rise. Emma?
Okay. Adonai sefatai tifta ufi yargib tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. And I I forgot
Baruch atah Adonai.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanara El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim Ekonei Hakol V'Zocher Chasdei Avot V'Imahot Umevi Geula Livnei Pneihem L'man Shemo Be'ahava Melech Ozer Umeshia Umegen Baruch Atah Adonai Magen Avraham V'Ezrat Sarah Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai Mechaye HaKol Atah Rav Leoshia Mashiv Haruach Umarid Hagashem Mechalkel Hayim Bechesed Mechaye HaKol Berachamim Rabim Somech Noflim Verofei Cholim Umatir Rasurim Umekayem Emunato Lishenei Yafar Michamocha Ba'al Gevurot Umido Melach Melech Memit Umechayeh Umatzmiach Yeshua V'ne'eman atah l'hachayot hakol Baruch atah Adonai Mechayeh hakol. I apologize for that. Yeah.
Meditations of my
several years ago, I was introduced to an amazing documentary called Alive Inside. Alive Inside tells the story of individuals suffering in the deepest states of Alzheimer's and dementia, being brought back to life through the power of music. Individuals literally lost to the world could be momentarily brought back by playing music that was meaningful to them at certain moments in their lives. Along with the music would come a flood of memories and stories and connections from individuals seemingly gone from this world. As the music played, they were for a moment alive inside. This discovery led to the creation of the organization Music and Memory. This organization promotes the use of personalized music as therapy in order to ease the pain and retain the humanity of individuals with a wide range of cognitive and physical challenges. Music and Memory now works in partnership with the Institute for Music and Neurologic Function and with Brown University's Center for Long-Term Care Quality and Innovation in researching therapeutic treatments through music. Data suggests that the use of the Music and Memory program has significantly reduced the need for antipsychotic medications in facilities that make use of their program. It really is quite beautiful to witness, and I highly recommend finding the documentary Alive Inside to better appreciate the power of music. Of course, there is something we all instinctively know about the primal power of music. Music has the ability to reach places within us that are beyond our ability to describe. Music moves us emotionally, inspires us, can cause us to dance or lead us to weep. Music reaches into the deep recesses of our heart and connects with the divine spark that resides there. As it does for those suffering in the depths of dementia, so too does music make us feel alive inside. I would certainly not be where I am today were it not for the powerful influence of music. The spiritual and emotional force of the music of Debbie Friedman, whose 10th yahrzeit is observed on this Shabbat, set me on my path. Sing unto God a new song, she sang, and my heart, deeply touched, was determined that I would dedicate my life to living out those very words. As a camp song leader and religious school music specialist, I witnessed the power of music to touch souls in ways that mere spoken words cannot. Which I guess may lead you to ask why I didn't become a cantor rather than a rabbi. Well, my answer is simple. Have you heard me sing? Well, actually, I guess you have. I would not count myself among the sweet singers of Israel, as I do the beautiful and inspirational voices of our cantors, Freilich and Shapiro. As I am sure is the case for you, music marks so many significant moments in my life. Music resurrects memories and connects us to the emotions around events in our personal histories. You hear a song and there you are, reliving that moment, reliving those emotions as if they had only happened yesterday rather than years ago. I'm sure were I to ask, you could each immediately tell me of a song that is connected to a significant moment in your life. And of course, music not only marks significant moments in our personal lives, but also marks so many significant moments of collective memory. Were we to simply speak the words of Kol Nidre, we would have stopped reciting them centuries ago. But the sound of the cantor's plaintive chant is something we cannot do without as we begin Yom Kippur. We may not know the words, and yet Hatikva fills us with a sense of pride. Ani ma'amin on Yom HaShoah deepens our sense of loss, as does El Malay, as we stand at graveside. And L'chadodi lifts us, fills us with joy as Shabbat once again enters our lives. The words don't matter as much as the music that touches our collective souls and moves us and unites us as community. I'm asked from time to time when it is that I, as a rabbi, have the chance to actually pray. So busy I am with the conduct of the service, and my answer is simple: when the cantor sings. How many decades later can barely remember their bar bat mitzvah, and yet with little prompting are able to chant their Torah portion. And no doubt each time they do, the emotions and memories of that moment come flooding back. There is a reason that we chant our liturgy. Music touches and engages our memory in ways that the spoken word simply can't. Dr. Oliver Sacks, a noted neurologist, once wrote, "The past, which is not recoverable in any other way, is embedded as if in amber in music." Which of course brings me to this evening, Shabbat Shira, the Shabbat of song. The Shabbat on which we retell the story of our crossing the sea on dry land and having reached the other side, joining with Miriam the prophet in song. Now, you know that story of the crossing of the sea, it's not the only time that this happens. Do you know that? In the book of Joshua, we read about the priests carrying the Ark of the Covenant into the midst of the Jordan River. The river immediately stops flowing, and the Israelite nation crosses over on dry land into the promised land. Our sages wonder, why is it that we so vividly recall one of these crossings, the one at the sea, as if we ourselves were there, but we barely know the other? Because, they answer, at the crossing of the sea, the Israelites sang. At the crossing of the Jordan, there was no song. And of course, we sing out in joy and praise and gratitude for our crossing of the sea, not just on this Shabbat, but on every Shabbat. And in doing so, the experience of that moment and the primacy of freedom are indelibly linked to our Jewish psyche. Such is the power of music, to remind us who we are. From the primitive chants to the most complex of musical compositions, music has the miraculous ability to inspire us to become more, to lift us up and inspire us towards higher heights and nobler causes. In short, music has the miraculous ability to make us all alive inside. Shabbat Shalom. Now, it's been said that if the Exodus is the hinge on which Israel's fate swings, then Sinai is the door to that fate's meaning. For liberation from Egypt, despite its seminal importance, does not stand on its own. It is meant to make the liberated people ready to become God's covenanted people. For other nations, freedom is a value in and of itself. For Israel, freedom is merely the foundation of spiritual life, and its full meaning cannot be disclosed until the road to Sinai is completed. With the singing of Mi Chamocha, we mark the beginning of that journey, one whose next step is the receiving of Torah at Sinai, a gift which binds us to God and to God's purpose, that of building a promised land not just for us alone, but for all humanity. And so we now turn to Sinai and the gift of Torah as we listen to Ahava Rabbah. Take a moment now to offer a prayer of healing for those suffering illness of body or mind or spirit. As we prepare to do so, I invite you, if you would like, just before we join together in listening to words of healing, to, if you'd like, unmute yourself and share with us the names of those for whom you are holding in your hearts this Shabbat, or of course to place their names as is our custom in our chat box as well. If you'd like, just before we begin, to unmute yourself and call out their names, or to put them in our chat box, we invite you to do so now.
Bob
Barry
White.
Richard. Morley Feinstein.
Lisa Landkin.
Morley Feinstein.
Kim.
Joe
Cindy Lederer.
Teresa Gonzalez.
Josh Mills, Cindy Lederer, Roz and Sandy Weissman, Rabbi Molly Feinstein.
Okay. Thank you.
Healer of the broken hearted, binder of our wounds, counter of uncountable stars. You know where they are. הערפל ישבור אליו ומחבש לעצבותם, עונה מספר הכוכבים, לכולם שמות יקרא. Healer of the broken hearted, binder of our wounds, counter of uncountable stars. You know who we are. Hallelujah.
Aleinu l'shabeach la'adon hakol. It is up to us to offer praise to the sovereign of the universe, Latet Gedula Liotzer Bereshit, and proclaim the greatness of the Creator. We must proclaim that greatness with the song of our own hearts. As we do now, I invite you to please rise if you would like and are able as we join in the Aleinu.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגור עלינו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
As we come to the conclusion of this beautiful, beautiful service, this Shabbat Shira, we turn our thoughts to those who place the song within our hearts, those responsible partly for the melody that we continue to sing in this world. We remember and bless first those who have been lost in recent days, those whose families find themselves in the period of Shiva or Shloshim, the first 7 or 30 days of mourning. We remember our Rabbi Emeritus, Alan Freeling, husband of Lori. We remember Maida Einhorn Pearl, mother of Mark Pearl and Lisa Kaplan Pearl, grandmother of Brandon and Chloe. Myra Reifman, wife of Irving Reifman, and Jean Richardson, aunt of Scott Spencer and Cantor Cariff Spencer Shapiro. And we call to mind as well those whose yahrzeit falls on this Shabbat. We bless and remember Mary Berman, Deborah Bronner, Ruth Kaplan, Joel Curry, Debbie Friedman, Marilyn Friedman, Harry Green, Evelyn Guggenheim, Edith Guggenheim, Celine Hoffman, Boaz Hoppenstand, Bruno Katz, Stanley Katz, Natalie Kaiser, Edie Kirshner, Cleo Kopelson, Mary Kraut, Sarah Kraut, Emma Lena, Lillian Miller, Kenneth Papkoff, Vinti Pham, William Richmond, Gerald Rubin, Rose Schneider, Leonid Stoliarsky, Dina Waller, Joseph Wexler, Ida Weisblatt, Ida Weissman, Sam Weitz, and Israel Weiner. As we remember them and each our own loved ones, we say Zichronan Livracha. May their memories be always a source of blessing. Invite you, if you would like to and are able to, please rise if you are not already standing, as we join together in these words. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'v'zman kariv imru amen. Yehi Shmei Rabba Mavarach Le'olam U'Lamei Almaya. V'yit Barach, V'yish Tabach, V'yit Pa'ar, V'yit Romam, V'yit Naseh, V'yit Adar, V'yit Aleh, V'yit Halal Shmei D'Kutsha B'rechu. Le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata, tush b'chata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru, amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru, amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru, amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn, and comfort to all the bereaved among us, as we say, Amen. If you have a Kiddush cup, I invite you to take it up, to raise it high, with the sweet juice of the grapes, to bless the sweetness of this beautiful Shabbat, as we join with Emma in Kiddush.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kichani b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu. B'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinhilanu. Zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit. Ki hu yom techila l'mikra'ei kodesh, zecher litziat mitzrayim, ki vanu v'acharta ve'otanu, ki dashta mikol hamim, v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uveratzon hinhaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat.
Amen.
L'chaim, Shabbat Shalom. And if you have challah by you, invite you to take up the challah. And Emma, will you lead us in Motzi?
I forgot it. I didn't know I need to.
Baruch atah Adonai. You got this.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam,
Motzi.
lechem min haaretz.
Amen. Shabbat Shalom. You didn't forget it. Beautiful, Emma. Thank you. So we are, before we join together in these beautiful words, bringing us another one of our musical talents, one of our co-presidents, Cern Topaz Salka. I know the topaz is missing there, but it will be added. Just Fern wants you to know it will be on there. And we are delighted to have them conclude our service, have Fern and the cantor and Susan conclude our service with these words, these very important words, which ask that the maker of peace bring peace to us. But of course, the way we bring peace into the world is by bringing God and that peace into the world by the work we do. And so as we consider the ways that we can bring God's song and God's peace into the world, we'll listen to the words of Oseh Shalom.
Ve'al
Just want to take a moment to thank all of the wonderful people who participated in making our Shabbat Shira, our Shabbat of Song service, so special. And first to Emma, thank you so much. And then to our wonderful congregants. You know, many of my colleagues across the country, and I actually, I sang tonight in Chicago and Los Angeles because many of my colleagues have put together these wonderful programs inviting other cantorial colleagues to sing with each other. But when I thought about how did I want to celebrate this particular Shabbat of song, when we are all longing to be close to one another, I thought, what a great time to ask all of the wonderful people who have so much talent. And I shouldn't say all because there are so many more that could have participated in this evening's service. But some of our people with such incredible talent to help lift the words of the prayers up even further. So thank you for that. I miss all of you. I miss you terribly. And so this was just a little taste of being together a little bit. And we did make a donation in your honor. Actually, it made a number of donations on behalf of each and every one of you. Ashley, can you take us back for just a second? We made a donation to the West Eastern Devon Orchestra. This is a really special organization that brings together Palestinian and Israeli musicians to create beautiful music. If you want to learn more about the organization, there's a link there, and Ashley's going to put it into the chat box so you can just click on it. It's the west-eastern-devon.org/Devon Orchestra. So just know that we wanted to thank you by making that donation to this special organization. So now I want to call them out by name, and Ashley, you can bring us to the next slide. I want to make sure I don't forget anyone. Zevi Berman, who came back to join us this evening, especially, and so we're grateful for their presence. Bob Bernstein, Susan Corwin, Bob Israel, Dennis Karmazin, Max Karmazin, Jeff Melvoin, Jeanette Mills, Christy Pryor, Fern Topaz Salka, and my son Zev Spencer Shapiro. Thank you so much. And also thank you to Rabbi for participating and for his supportive presence. Now, the last person who I need to thank is the person who has done the yeoman's work of this service, and that is Susan Rosenstein. So I saw Karen Shambrom wrote earlier, let's do this more often. What you don't know is that Susan and I have been working on this service for 3 months. So while we would love to do this more often, I think it would mean that I would have to shirk all my other duties as cantor, which might not be a good idea. So we are so happy to be able to bring special programming like this to you. But I do want to point out the hours and hours and hours of work that Susan put into not just her playing, but guiding those who participated in creating guide tracks, in preparing music. Sometimes she created brand new arrangements of the music that you heard tonight, and then to working with our editor, Jonathan Glenn, who helped put everything together. So just so incredibly grateful, Susan, for all of the work you do all the time for our temple community, for our temple family. So I've talked way too much, but there are not enough words to express the immense gratitude that resides in my heart. So I'll just say thank you, thank you, thank you to each and every one of you, and to those of you who showed up. And Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. And there's only one person left to thank, who also put in an incredible amount of work into all of this and made this such a beautiful, beautiful Shabbat. Makes every Shabbat a beautiful Shabbat with her voice, and that's our cantor, Kara Spencer Shapiro. So Kara, thank you to you for all that you do each and every week and every day to add to the beauty of this community. And as long as we're saying thank you, we should probably also thank Ashley for all the work behind the scenes, with all those slides and keeping us all going and making this a beautiful service as well. So here's a announcement
Sorry,
slide.
I do want to say also thank you to our wonderful emeritus Cantor Freilich, who also provided some beautiful music this
background.
Evening.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Just a few things going on. You could see them there, and we invite you. We hope you'll join with us for Shabbat and in the coming week with things that are happening. Mazel tov again to Emma, and want to wish you all a Shabbat Shalom. So we invite you to, as we do every week, for our little brief moment of Oneg Shabbat to unmute, and as we greet each other, wish you all a Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat
Shalom.
Absolutely.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat
Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shalom.